It's universal. We've all experienced it at one time or another, a dream. Whether it's happy, sad, scary, or strange, it wakes us up in the middle of the night and we're left thinking, why did I dream this? What does it mean? The questions go on and on.
So why do we dream? And is there a meaning behind it all? Here to answer some popular questions about dreams is professional dream analyst and author of Dream On It, Unlock Your Dreams, Change Your Life, Lauri Loewenberg. Lauri, welcome.
Hi.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
All right, so we have a lot of questions. Let's get right to it. First of all, explain what happens to us. Explain what happens in our brains when we dream.
Okay, so about 90 minutes into sleep, we enter REM, which is when we dream. And the first thing that happens is your brain releases a chemical throughout your body, which paralyzes your skeletal muscles, so you don't get up and act out the dream. And then, in a nutshell, the part of the prefrontal cortex that controls rational and linear thought goes dormant. So this is why you might give birth to a three-headed pig and it seems perfectly fine.
I see.
And then the very center of the brain, the amygdala, which Freud called the seat of the soul, becomes highly active. That's the emotional center of the brain. So that's why your dreams might be very, very frightening or hilarious or naughty.
Yeah. Okay, so you say that our dreams are a continuation of this inner dialogue that we have with ourselves. So throughout the day, whatever it is that was going on, does it come out in our dream in some way?
Yeah, it comes out in picture form. So, you know, that inner dialogue you're having with yourself all day long, driving home from work, you know, as you're drifting off to sleep, you're talking to yourself. That thought process continues, and when you enter REM sleep, it's still going on, except now, since your brain's working differently, you're speaking to yourself in a different language, a language of metaphors, symbols, and emotions.
I'm a good sleeper, and knock on wood, my family and I are, you know, happy and healthy. The other day, I had a dream, unbelievably vivid, that I was given this horrible diagnosis.
Oh no!
And I woke up from the dream, completely awake. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to come here and tell all my friends that I'm, you know, about to die. And then about a minute later, it was like, oh, it was just a dream.
Okay.
But it was so completely vivid.
Okay, so the dreams that stand out to us the most have the most important message. So don't take the dream literally, you're fine.
Yeah.
The diagnosis that you were going to die is symbolic of something in your life is beginning to change. There's some kind of change or ending you're preparing for, and so it's coming to you in the form of this diagnosis to help you let go of that which you no longer need, so you can embrace that which is coming.
You can embrace the old age that has arrived.
Or could it just be something he heard during the day, like, you know, Rush Limbaugh's diagnosis or something like that, work its way into your dream and come out that way?
Our dreams will borrow things from the day, but for a reason.
Okay.
So, did you get this after Rush's diagnosis?
No, oddly enough, I got it before.
Before, okay.
But then we did several stories about that.
Yeah.
And that must have freaked you out quite a bit.
A long time, like all night, or are they very brief? Sometimes you feel like
so that's a really good question. So we have, you know, every 90 minutes throughout the night we dream. Every cycle of dreaming is longer than the previous one. So your first dream of the night is about 5 minutes. It gets longer and longer, and then that last dream before you wake up in the morning can be 45 minutes long.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
But most of them we forget, and I find it very satisfying. Sometimes in the middle of the day, I had that dream about such and such. And even if it was a scary dream or an awful dream, I somehow get this sort of sense of, oh, that's nice that I remembered that dream. How do I do that more often?
Okay, so yeah, certain things throughout the day will trigger the dream, but the way you want to remember them every morning, this will work. Every single morning when you wake up, you need to give yourself like 3 to 5 minutes in bed. And you need to stay in the exact same position you woke up in, because that's the position you were dreaming in.
Okay.
So if you roll over or move, that's like unplugging yourself from the dream you were just in. We tend to wake up right after REM. So give yourself that quiet time. Don't think about anything. Let the dream come back to you. Then you have to write it down, or it'll be gone after breakfast.
And do you think you should have a dream journal at your bedside table?
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes.
Especially for you.
It's one of the best things you can do for yourself, and keep it in tandem with a day journal so you can connect the dots.
Oh, okay. And then there are people that have the reoccurring dreams, right, where this happens. I have dreams where I'm a waitress and I forgot someone's honey mustard and the night spirals out of control, and I've had that for decades. It's not always honey mustard. But what, you know, why do people have reoccurring dreams?
Okay, so there's two main reasons we get recurring dreams. One is that it is connected to recurring behavior pattern. Every time you exhibit the behavior, you get the dream connected to it. A good example is the teeth falling out dream. So if you're the personality type that tends to say things without thinking about it first, or you don't have a filter, you'll get the dream to kind of reprimand yourself. The other reason we get recurring dreams is that it is connected to an ongoing issue. So for as long as the issue continues, so will the dream. And then when the issue is resolved, the dream stops. It doesn't have a reason to come back.
You talked about symbolism, and one that people say a lot is that they're being chased in their dreams. What does that mean?
Okay, yeah, that's super common, and you're going to get that dream whenever there's something in real life you're avoiding. If you're a procrastinator, or if you're the type of person that doesn't like to have confrontations, and you just hope it goes away if you ignore it long enough, you're going to get the recurring dream of being chased, because your subconscious is showing you you're running from this. You need to face it, deal with it, put an end to it.
Okay, the dream where you think you're falling and then you catch yourself, right?
Yes, okay, that can happen on the onset of sleep.
Okay.
When your muscle control's falling away and you jerk yourself awake. That's called the hypnic jerk.
Okay.
But if you have the falling dream in the context of a story, you're driving along, you drive off a bridge. Something like that is connected to some sort of letdown you've had in real life. Maybe you got bad news, maybe plans fell through, something you were hoping for didn't work out. This dream is also common for people who suffer from depression, and it'll be a warning their body is giving them they're about to fall into another bout of depression, so prepare yourself.
What about that dream everybody has where there's a naked chicken chasing a possum in your living room?
Hey, I have not heard that one before. I'll have to talk to you after the show privately.
I don't know.
Naked chicken.
I don't know
Okay.
if this is an old wives' tale, but isn't it that you never die in your dream?
You can die in the dream. You can dream of your death, but
But it
you'll
doesn't
wake
mean
up
death.
alive.
Oh.
The wives' tale is that if you dream you die, you're actually going to die. And I've never had a dead person tell me that's what they were dreaming.
Oh, okay, perfect. Okay, is that it? What else? Wait, I feel there was something. Oh, flying.
Oh, flying.
What if we dream that we are flying?
Right, so that's the opposite end of the spectrum of the falling dream. The flying dream will happen when you're feeling really good about things. When you're reaching a high goal you've set for yourself, when you've broken free from something that was weighing you down, you know, when you're feeling empowered.
But are there some dreams, I mean, we're putting symbolism on all this, but some of it's just nonsensical.
No!
It all
Bite your tongue!
Does it all mean something?
Everything, like to dismiss a dream as nonsense, is dismissing your thoughts.
Okay.
It's easy to think it's nonsense
Yeah.
because we don't understand it, because it's, you know, a symbolic, metaphoric, different language. But no, everything in your dream is important. Nothing is ever random.
And are these dreams confined to overnight? Because a lot of us have odd schedules because of these hours.
Yeah.
So several of us are nappers.
Yes.
So I can certainly remember overnight dreams. I don't ever think I dream when I nap.
Interesting. Usually nap time dreams are easier to remember, and they also tend to take place in the room you're in. Because you have a little bit of that awareness, because you never go deep enough during a nap into like...
Oh,
Sam does.
Sam does.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
He
okay.
drools.
I'll nap,
Full in.
Sometimes I do
but,
too.
but I'll nap for like an hour and 90 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, try the trick where
I'm
you
going to book
don't
an appointment
move.
right now.
Yeah.
Well, try the trick where you don't move when you wake up from your nap and see if you can recall.
Okay. Thank you so much, Lauri. For more information on Lauri Loewenberg and her book, Dream On It, Unlock Your Dreams, Change Your Life, you can go to lauriloewenberg.com. Also, you can follow her on social media. Really interesting. Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Sweet dreams. Yes.